Mogaitso, madume ke a re go amogela gape ke Mantaga. Mo lenane gone le itumedisang Expresso on SABC3. Thank you once again for joining us. Now, we are getting into our relationship chat on this Monday morning. And the question we ask is, would you consider getting yourself a sugar mommy or sugar daddy? Or perhaps would you even like to be one yourself? Or do you think it's just plain weird? Well, today we're discussing this topic with our resident relationship expert, Dr. Eve. And we also are answering all of your questions. So do give us a call. That number is 083-9133-728. Dr. Eve, good morning to you.
Serious topic.
It's a very, very serious topic because it's a phenomenon that we're observing happening right now in the world. Blessers and blessies all over the place. But before we get into it, our question is, do age gaps actually make a difference in relationships? Do they work? But firstly, let's go on to the street where we asked you, would you date someone older than you?
Yes, I would, because they would have more experience. It would be quite fun and interesting though. I wouldn't mind.
I would date someone older than me for the experience, basically.
No, I won't date someone older than me.
No, because the person will be much more advanced at me and expect much more advanced things of me.
No, I won't date someone older than me because it would feel like I would be dating my daddy or an older uncle or something like that.
Very interesting views there, Dr. Eve. And you were saying while we were watching that it's very important that we draw the distinction between dating someone who is older than you,
right,
5 years if you give or take, and then the phenomenon of these blessers, blessies, sugar mommies, sugar daddies that we see. Why is that so important for you to do that?
It's very, very important because there is a consensual choice between two people who are adults and who voluntarily get into relationships where they really like each other. And there's a sense of equality and there's a sense of power that they both have, that they bring something to the party equally. And they choose to go into relationships even though the one may be older or younger than the other. And it could be either male, male, female, female, or male to female. But there is an understanding of consent between the two. And they start out as equals, which, as we know, Katlego, that is the way that healthy relationships are supposed to be. And of course, they have their difficulties. They have their challenges. Wherever there is a huge age difference, and what is a huge age difference? Well, in our country, if you're like 15 and you're dating somebody who's 20, that's kind of illegal because that young person could be taken advantage of. But if you're 20 and you're dating somebody who's 25 or even who's 30, there is no legal law that says you can't be doing that. Those are two people who agree on it, and that is absolutely a fine thing to do. The difficulties that come with that, there might be social difficulties where you find that the trendy things that the younger person are doing is something you just don't feel a part of. You just really don't get it at all. Or you don't like the older person's friends. Or the lifestyles are a little bit different between each other.
Yes.
And also there could be judgment from society which says, what are you doing with somebody who's so much older than you? Or what are you doing with somebody that's so much younger than you? So that could be difficulties that the couple has to work out for themselves.
Yeah.
But it's completely different to this whole situation, which has arisen much more significantly in our country, the blesser-blessee situation.
How have you found that transpiring? Exactly, how does one define a blesser/blessee or sugar mommy, sugar daddy relationship? What is that dynamic?
The dynamic is that there is disequality. So there's disequity, which we know straight away is going to put the younger person at a huge disadvantage and at a higher risk, which means that they don't have the skills to be able to negotiate a more equal relationship. They don't have the power, they don't have the voice to be able to say to the person who has the more money and the older one, this is what I want and this is what I don't want. They are in a submissive position, they are in a subservient position, and that is usually the woman. And we know, we're in Women's Month, hello. We do not want women ever to be in a situation where they have less power than men. So this is working in the absolute antithesis of what we want women to be doing and how we want men to be treating women in our country. So much so, to the extent that in May of this year, our Minister of Health, Dr. Erin Motsoaledi, brought out a statement that says, I am beginning a campaign in this country to intervene and to say we are going to stop this blesser-blessee situation because we are putting women in our country at such high risk. And the risks Can we talk about the risks right now?
We will get into those,
We'll
so
get
hold
into
back
them.
on that
I'm gonna
because
hold
some
on.
people just kind of tend to laugh it off. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I'm a level 7 blesser, you know, I can take you to Dubai or wherever it is. But yes, there are real
Yeah.
risks and dangers, life-threatening
Absolutely.
dangers sometimes involved in this kind of dynamic of
Yes.
relationship. We'll carry on talking to Dr. Eve shortly, and once again, we'll keep those lines open, 08391333728, as we take your questions and your comments regarding this particular relationship topic. Right now, as we cool off a little bit, let's head on over to the kitchen, make something delicious to nibble on.